What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at part 4 of my AEW Jazwares action figure collection. Starting off with Christian Cage. I believe this is Christian's first AEW figure. Not too bad. Face scan is alright. But yeah, I think he's gotten a better looking figure more recently. But still, this one is not bad for when it first came out. He does have his tattoo on his arm. Just maybe not the greatest likeness. I mean, it looks like him from certain angles, but not a bad figure. I do have him posed on the shelf like that, doing his taunt. So very cool Christian figure. We're gonna put him on the top. I kind of just jumped right into this video without really acknowledging anything or saying anything. But thanks for watching, everybody. We're really climbing up in the views and everything, so really appreciate it. Next up, one of my favorite AEW figures that I own. We have the TNT, I think it's a ringside exclusive American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. This is like the first TNT belt, I believe. It was in silver, not gold, and I think it had a red strap there. But yeah, this Cody is just one of the coolest Cody figures, I think, out there. Pants, or the tights, just pop. Silver and purple look really nice. Great designs on the boots. He's got his neck tat there. I'm not a fan when they do the little part on his cheek there. I get it, but it makes it just look like he has extra stuff on his face. I don't know. I just like how they just do it like that. That's cool enough with me. I think this figure did come with 2 shirts as well, and he also does come with his weight belt. Cody versus Archer. Very cool. Yeah, so one of my favorite AEW figures. In packaging, this figure just looked really cool. Had to buy it when it came out. Cody Rhodes. Who's winning the Rumble tonight, everybody? God. Like, it's at 2 o'clock, I guess, in Eastern time, so make sure you guys check that out. Here we have Sting. The same Sting we saw in a previous video, just with a different head and without the jacket. This is the Supreme Sting head sculpt. Spoiler alert, maybe see that figure. But yeah, just another Sting. This one's just kind of basic looking in his long sleeve shirt and whatnot. Not a bad figure. The skin tone's really like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really dry. I don't know, but it's a decent figure. Sting's one of my favorites, so I was always going to buy him no matter what. Coming up next, we have Trent from the Best Friends. I remember when this figure came out, it was already outdated, I feel like. Like, he already shaved his head. He didn't even have the long hair anymore. Still not a huge fan of these rubber jackets. Another figure you probably could have got for like $2 to $3, honestly, because I swear he was like way overstocked everywhere. Toys R Us is here in Canada, Walmart's everywhere. I'm seeing, like, I saw posts actually from like the States, some of my followers from the States going to like Ross and find this guy for like $2.99 or something. So for that price, crazy deal. But yeah, I don't know. He just was so outdated by the time he came out. He didn't even have all his hair anymore. So this figure sat on the shelves for a very long time. There is Trent. I don't mind Trent. He's all right. Coming up next, another one we saw in a previous video in box. Here's the loose version. We got Stu Grayson here, looking like a Viking or something. Very cool about the AEW figs, man. I always mention it, but the fact you can just pop his torso off, take that piece off if you don't want it, pop this on. He does have a belt that comes off too, so that's cool. But yeah, man, I wish Mattel would do more similar stuff like this. I guess they are. They're starting to make everything kind of head swappable, and I guess all the arms or the hands have been swappable for a while now, but just so cool you can do that with your figures, man. You can just make new figures, edit old figures. You know, it's just a really cool way to play with your toys. I guess if you're younger and whatnot. But there's Stu Grayson. Not much to say about him. We already said in the previous video. Here comes Chris Statlander, the current AEW Women's Champion, I believe. Long overdue. I feel like she should have won it kind of a little while ago, but she is pretty cool. Tough chick. She looks like she's really strong. I always see her like posting her workout videos and stuff. But yeah, she's very cool. This is more of her alien gimmick from when she was kind of with the Best Friends, I guess. So yeah, definitely needs a new figure. She definitely has. I don't think she's had a figure since this figure. So she hasn't had this gimmick for like 2 years, I feel like. So hopefully we see a new Chris Statlander in the line. I am kind of dwindling down collecting AEWs. I'm not really jumping on them right when they come out anymore. If I see them in the wild for a good price, I'll buy them, but I'm going to stop trying to get everybody now because it's never ending. It's never ending, folks. Coming up next, we got Kenny Omega, Unmatched. I actually still have the piece of rubber holding this belt around him, just to make it easier for him to hold it. He was like my front and center Kenny Omega on my shelf once upon a time. He does have glasses, but I just took them off because I didn't want to lose them. They kind of fall off really easily, so watch out for that, I guess. You might lose his glasses one day falling off the shelf, but the jacket's very cool. The paintwork on the pants is awesome. Looks like real stylish jeans, you know. So, and again, you can pop these legs off, put those jeans on whoever you want. Like, you want to see Sting rocking some jeans? Let's see what Sting looks like rocking some jeans. Since we're here, right? Wow, look at that. That's very cool. I love Jazwares figures for that. Very cool. You just customize all your stuff. It'll kind of make it maybe weird in the future when someone's trying to buy these figures like 30 years from now and they're like, what the heck? Why is Kenny Omega wearing Sting's pants or something, you know? But very cool Kenny. This is like heel Kenny with the Young Bucks. Very cool. One of the best in the world. Coming up next, we got AEW Tag Team Champion Rey Fenix. I guess he was Tag Team Champions at this time. Now in WWE. Great figure. This was his first AEW fig, I believe. He might have been in an exclusive 2-pack too. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just a very cool figure. Tattoos look very nice. Another guy who's jumped ship to WWE. Will he win the Rumble tonight? I don't know. Probably not. But there is Rey Fenix. Coming up next, we got the BCC Blackpool Combat Club Wheeler Yuta with the ROH Pure Championship. Yeah, decent figure. The pants are very bloody-ish. I guess that was his look. Another figure, though, that if you take this shirt off, he is definitely stained. The black shirts that they used to use for this were just, you know, what kind of material were they using, man? It was going on for so long that, like, they should have just stopped doing it. I don't know why. They continued to keep releasing figures with shirts on after all the complaints and all the reviews online. But I think now they finally fixed the problem. They put, like, a white lining inside of the black shirt so the white doesn't stain the figure, which is nice. But yeah, he's gonna have this shirt on forever because pretty sure he's got some stainage under there. But not bad. Wheeler Yuta's okay. Yeah, not more to really say about him. Coming up next, we got Trent's tag team partner, Chuck, the Kentucky Gentleman. Another guy I used to always see on Dark, AEW Dark too, back in the day. I really do miss AEW Dark. When I wasn't doing anything during COVID, it was like every Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday or Friday. I can't even remember. I think it was Tuesdays. But there is the Kentucky Gentleman. I believe he's injured now and he can't even wrestle. I don't know if it's something to do with his neck or his back, but I believe he does do a lot of that mystery stuff with Evil Uno. Could be wrong. It could be a writer for AEW. Not too sure what he's doing these days, but I always didn't mind Chuck and Trent. They were all right. Kind of had a cool theme song. Coming up next, another guy who had a cool theme song, I thought, was Wardlow, man. I think we mentioned it in the other previous video. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys see a bunch of glitter, it's because I did a Paul Orndorff short the other day, and his robe was just falling apart in glitter, and it's like all over the place. So if you guys see some glitter, that's why. I wasn't at the strip club, I promise. But there is Wardlow. I picked this one up, I think, at Niagara Falls Comic Con for like $20, and I was shocked because I never saw him in Walmart's here in Canada for the longest time, and then eventually he showed up and peg warmed. But I don't think he really peg warmed, because I think a lot of people were into Wardlow for a minute there, him and MJF and the feud and everything. So, but yeah, not a bad Wardlow. I don't know what he's doing these days. Probably hurt. Coming up next, we have Samoa Joe. This is the Target/Toys R Us exclusive. Another one that I believe I was one of the first to get on YouTube, because I did upload a review of this guy on YouTube. Go check it out. At the time, I thought he was really cool, but after, a few months looking at him and whatnot, it's just the hands, man. The hands are really tiny. So they did kind of make a new Joe recently with a shaved head look, and his hands are bigger, thank God. Wouldn't mind getting that version, because I don't think he really rocked this look for too long in AEW with this hairstyle. It's kind of his like debut kind of look. But Samoa Joe's awesome, man. Like one of the best in AEW. He's getting up there in age, I think. So I don't know how much longer we'll see him. Sweet Tooth, Twisted Metal, very cool. I actually need to watch season 2 of that. I haven't seen it yet, but season 1 was cool. But there is Samoa Joe. Always down with the Samoans, man. All the Samoans are usually good wrestlers and intimidating looking dudes. Coming up next, we got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. This is the Supreme Edition. Another one I probably bought right when it came out, and I should have just waited, because guess what? She was a peg warmer, big time. I believe she was even low as like $10 at one point for a Supreme at Walmart. There was just so many Supreme Britt Bakers at one point. My followers in the GTA will know she was like Mae Young, basically. She was the Mae Young of AEW, because wherever you went to Walmart, you would see her, Mae Young, probably Rio too, and the rest of the peg warmers. But yeah, I bought this one right when it came out. Probably paid like $40-$50. I don't remember exactly the price, but it was an awesome figure, and it still is an awesome figure. She did come with multiple heads. She came with pants if you wanted to have her rocking pants. I think I did make another Britt Baker using her other pieces. But yeah, this is like her Pittsburgh Steelers gear. Britsburg, AEW champion. Very good figure. Where is Britt Baker? Where did she go? Coming up next, we have Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who has recently returned to his jungle ways. Kind of recently. Him and Luchasaurus, I believe, have got back together as a tag team. And I think he's cool with the Bucks again. I don't know what's going on. I haven't really been keeping up with AEW too much. Just what I see on Instagram and whatnot. But I'm just always tired, man. Late nights, I can't stay up and watch wrestling anymore. But Jungle Boy, not a bad figure. I wouldn't mind getting the Jack Perry figure that came out kind of recently, because I don't know, I feel like that one just has a better face and it has the beard, more of his modern day look, where this reminds me of like AEW Dark 2020 or something, Luchasaurus. But not bad. I don't mind him at all. He's also another wrestler I think is pretty good. He's just another small guy, right? It's whether or not you like the small guys or not, but I think he's all right. And actually, I think this is his wife, right? This is his girlfriend. Am I wrong about that? I know he's dating someone. I want to say it is. I want to say this is his wife or girlfriend or whatever. Anna Jay. This is just a basic Anna Jay. Another one, I think, whose contract just ran up in AEW. So she might show up at the Women's Rumble in Saudi Arabia. That would be pretty crazy, right? Anna Jay. But yeah, not bad. Super fine. She is super fine. We'll start putting some over here. Coming up next, we got one half of Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy. Private Party, man, they were hilarious. Another one of those awesome dark tag teams on AEW Dark that I love to watch. Their entrance was hilarious, man. Doing the shots, doing the humping on the ground, the dancing to the ring. Just so funny, man. Yeah, like Matt and Jeff, I think, tried to help these guys elevate in their career. I don't know, but still pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what they're saying now, though. That's the only thing. I don't really know what they're up to. Maybe they're just on Collision here and there. Maybe one of them's hurt. Isaiah Cassidy, always liked them. And might as well bring out his tag team partner here as his sunglasses fall off. We got Mark. Is it Mark Kerr? Matt Kerr. I can't remember his real name or his name at all. I want to say it's Mark Kerr, but that sounds like the UFC fighter, right? So let me know in the comments how I'm screwing up here. I want to say his name is Mark or Mike Quinn. Is it Quinn? Mike Quinn or Mark Quinn? Yeah, I forget. I feel like he was injured for a long time though. So, and when he came back, I think that's around this time when this figure came out. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought they were cool. Private Party. Shots. All right, next up, we got kind of another peg warmer. We got Hikaru Shida. I feel like she was another one that was always kind of on the shelves. Her and Riho and maybe Nyla Rose. Just ones that you always saw when you went to Walmart or Targets, I guess, Toys R Us. But an awesome wrestler. I think she's very cool. I think she was the second AEW Women's Champion. I could be wrong about that. But another one that's really cool. She used to come out with the kendo stick and everything. Yeah. Very, very cool. Hikaru Shida. I wonder if she's gotten any more figures than just that. I think she might have a chase, but I'm not too sure. She definitely deserves 2 or 3 figs. She's been with the company since the dark days. And coming up next, we got Adam Cole, baby. This is the Target/Toys R Us exclusive. I did just throw this AEW jacket on him because I did have him on my shelf doing this pose. You got to have him doing this pose. So releasing him with that hard rubber jacket was just so criminal, man. They should have just gave him his soft jacket, put it off to the side or something in the package. I don't know. Or they should have just posed him in the package like this. Would have been cool. But Adam Cole talked about this figure in part 1 or 2. Oh, excuse me. So go take a look back to get my thoughts on that. Coming up next, another one we saw kind of previously, but with a different head. This is the Hangman Adam Page. I think this is his first figure with the original head on. I did take this head and put it on a different Hangman for my other figure. I think this one was just thrown in with a lot that I bought off a buddy. So I do have 2 of these Hangmans. Not a bad figure. He just doesn't wear this outfit anymore, right? He's wearing the long tights. So, and he kind of got rid of the drinking beer gimmick. Used to really drink beer a lot. Yeah, I think he still kind of does here and there, right? Backstage fights and whatnot. But I think they kind of shied away from the whole beer drinking thing. Probably not a good look. I mean, beer's awesome. People that are old enough to drink it. Coming up next, we got Scorpio Sky. Another guy that was cool at the beginning, and then he kind of just disappeared, and then he came back, and then he disappeared. So, yeah, not really much to say about Scorpio Sky. Him and Frankie were obviously tag team champions, the first AEW tag team champions. I might as well bring in Frankie here. Still crazy to me that this figure exists of Frankie, because like I feel like he was in the company for so long and he only got this figure. Like, the guy should have had at least 2 or 3, especially with different hair, because I think he was only shaved look at the beginning there. This is the worst town I've ever been in. SCU. Christopher Daniels too, man. He never got a fig. Like, come on, Jazwares. What are we doing? Coming up next, another figure we saw in part 1 or 2. I think it was part 1. I don't remember. But here he is out of the box, a little dusty. We got MJF with the gold belt with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Still, this is my favorite MJF figure. I just think they did it perfect their first try. And yeah, he stands like that on the shelf holding the belt with the scarf, with the microphone, because he is probably, honestly, the best talker. Best talker in the biz, hands down, right now. So there is MJF. He's better than you, and you know it. We'll actually put him on top. All right, coming up next, we got Malachi Black. Very, very cool figure, man. One I picked up, I think, a year or so ago. Just the tattoos on this guy pops so well. Another one that came with alternate heads, where you can take the mask look off. I had all my House of Black guys with their masks and entrance gear on because they're just so toyetic, right? But those tats are just amazing, man. Like all over his body, like behind his leg, like even his Mattel figure is amazing too. So he's just a very toyetic dude, and one of the coolest looking guys in wrestling that I think should be up there in the main title picture, you know? Like he's way too cool to just be like a mid-card guy. But you know, maybe he's just he doesn't, people that are running the biz just don't see that enough. I don't know. I don't get it. I think he's really cool. Malachi Black. Coming up next, we got Darby Allin. I believe this is Unmatched Darby Allin. This one come with a jacket. I feel like he probably did. But this one definitely has a different look to him. He's got the painted, you know, tree on his chest going up to his face there. I did have this one on my shelf on a flight stand doing his coffin drop. Looked very cool. Yeah, I think I've said enough about Darby in the previous videos. He's just a really cool dude, man. And I hope that, you know, he's not paralyzed in like 10 years or 5 years. Because the stuff that he's doing, man, geez, like, what's he made of, man? What's that guy made of? He's got to be a mutant or something. Coming up next, we got Series 2 Jon Moxley. Another one we saw previously in part 1 or 2 in box. This is the loose version. Huge fan of his jacket here. I don't know why. It's just when he first debuted and you saw the Mox on the back of the jacket, it was just so cool. Just a little tall, everyone says, right? This figure is just a little too tall. Here he is, like, standing next to Adam Cole. He is bigger than Adam Cole, I believe, but is he that much bigger? I don't know. He looks kind of like he's like Undertaker height or something, you know, like just a little too tall, but still a nice figure. We gotta give it a pass because it was like Jazwares' like 8th or 9th figure, so we'll give him a pass. Jon Moxley with the scar on his forehead. All right, we only got 4 left, folks. Coming up next. Oh my God. Johnny Hungy. Another one that we kind of saw everywhere at one point. One you probably could have got cheap. Did he have a chase? I'm trying to remember. I don't think he did. But very funny dude. Johnny Hungy, the Meat Man. Part of the Dark Order. I always like the little strong, tough guys, man, because myself, I am not a tall dude, so I always kind of look up to these little small guys. If they can do it, man, anyone can. But there is Johnny Hungy. Again, don't really know what he's doing these days. He's probably chilling with Uno, doing the mystery wrestling thing, but always liked... Oh, my God, sorry, folks. Always like seeing him on TV, so there is Johnny Hungy. Honestly, can't even remember his real name. It's driving me nuts. Next up, we have... let's go Chris Jericho. Series 1 Chris Jericho. His hat is somewhere. I do have his hat. But this is one that was sold to me as like a throw-in when I bought a bunch of chases off my buddy. This was actually one I was really happy to get because I missed out on like all of Series 1. Except for that one Kenny Omega that I just can't find. I think he's just buried in like my shelf or something, like behind a bunch of boxes I have on my shelf. I think I just tucked them away, but I think they did re-release all of Series 1 with a better tan, better, skin tones and whatnot. This is more of the first release with the pasty, really white-looking skin tones. So, yeah, I mean, it's a nice fig. It represents Jericho when he debuted in AEW, so very cool. He does have that cool scarf there. Yeah, so there is Jericho. Last two we got Danhausen. This is like backstage Danhausen. If he's doing like some kind of skit backstage with Hook or something, stealing his chips. But yeah, I was very happy to get this figure too. I just really wish I could find him in his wrestling gear for a good price. I'm not paying $80 to open up a Danhausen, have him in his wrestling gear. There is a 2-pack with him and Hook. It would be really nice to get that one day. If I ever see that at like a toy show for like 50 or like something, maybe like $60, I might get it. Because it was on Amazon, I guess, but Amazon in Canada is way worse than Amazon in the States. You guys just get way more stuff than us. We might get stuff early here and there, but like majority better things show up in America than Canada. But Danhausen, very cool. What is he doing now, right? Is he just doing indies and making money, right? He is a good merch seller, so if he could go to WWE, would you guys want to see him on the main roster? Would you want to see him NXT? I can see him definitely going to NXT, feuding with like Ethan Page or something, because they're good buddies, I heard. So, but there's Danhausen, very cool in his backstage little gown. I like that you can put him in like that that arm look that he does when he's just like walking around like that. Very, very cool, very funny, Danhausen. And the last figure of this video, everybody, is someone who I don't really know too much about. All I know is he is a fellow Canadian. He is good friends with Adam Cole. I think now he is in the conglomeration, I believe, with Orange Cassidy and a couple others. But yeah, this was one of those figures that I just jumped on because I was like, you know what, he's cool. I'm going to buy him. Kyle O'Reilly. So very cool. I heard this one's kind of hard to get. I heard what's his face on Major Pod say something about it. I want to say it was Brian Myers. Maybe it was Mark Sterling. I don't remember, but they were saying how like this one was kind of hard to come by. You don't really see this one too much, so I'm happy to have it. But there we go, folks. That is part 4 of my AEW Jazwares action figure collection. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for part 5 coming in a few days. There's probably going to be a part 5 and 6, and then that's probably going to be it. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for subbing. Stay tuned for later today. We're going to have another Jax short going up on the channel. So, thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend. Watch the Rumble.